Today I'm going to be talking about ancient Greece and how it influenced the modern world. First thing I'm going to be talking about is religion. Now, I know when anyone hears Greek gods, they're immediately thinking about Percy Jackson.
Where is it?
Whoa, hey.
Or, obviously, the movie Hercules.
Unless you're dying to cry your heart out.
However, that is not a very good representation of what they actually believed in. Now, the ancient Greece, they believed in a polytheistic system that includes 12 Greek gods. Now, these Greek gods are Zeus, the king of the gods, or the god of the sky. He was known as the main ruler. We also have Hera, which is the goddess of marriage and women. And we have Poseidon, which is the god of the sea. Demeter, which is the goddess of harvest and agriculture. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, skill, and strategic warfare. We have Apollo, the god of music, arts, light, and healing. Artemis, the god of the hunt. Ares, the god of war. Herpetus, I don't know how to say it. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, god of fire and forge. Hermes, the messenger of the gods. And Hesta or Dionysus. They're either one. Or Hestus is the goddess of hearth, or Dionysus, the god of wine. Which those are more like either or. The people of ancient Greece worshipped these gods or goddesses because they believed that they controlled everything, from the weather to just normal daily activities. A lot of people in ancient Greece would give offerings or go to these gods for help in wisdom. They believed that these gods are very relatable and reliable, and they also really wanted to just really get on their good sides. They worshipped them in many ways, but one of those ways was temples. They would build these temples and consider them the home of the gods, where they would go and worship. They also worshipped with rituals and sacrifices, and they also worshipped at home. But it was mostly, the temples or rituals and sacrifices. Now on to my next thing, philosophy. Now, Greek philosophers like Socrates, I don't know how to say it, Plato or Aristotle laid the foundation of Western philosophy and critical thinking. Socrates really focused on beliefs and ethics. He believed that the truth could be discovered through a method of questioning known as the Socrates method. He famously said that recognizing one's own ignorance was the first step towards genuine understanding. Now on to Plato. Plato was actually Socrates' student. He believed that perfect and abstract truths existed beyond this imperfect and physical world. This is known as translucent realm of ideas or forms. His work influenced the idea of political philosophy and the development of ethics. And we also have Aristotle. Aristotle was Plato's student. Aristotle focused on the physical world and is credited for the development of logic and the scientific method. His work covered a lot of subjects. These include biology, physics, and ethics. A lot of these we also still use in the modern world. Now on to art. Ancient Greek art is known for its realism and attention to detail, and it greatly influenced Western art. Ancient Greek art is actually evolved through 4 distinct periods, known as the geometric period, the archaic period, the classical period, and the Hellenistic period. The geometric period was mostly abstract arts found on pottery and small figurines. Common forms being the male nude or a draped female. The archaic period was mostly realism and sculptures. Now, the classic period. The classic period was known as the Golden Age of Greek art. This was characterized by realism, anatomical accuracy, and emotional depth in sculptures. And lastly, the Hellenistic period. This was basically greater drama, emotion, and a wider range of subjects. Now on to agriculture. The ancient Greek agriculture was known for its highly formal and precise style. Ancient Greek agriculture is mostly shown through these temples. The three types are Doric, Iconic, and Corinthian. Another way ancient Greek agriculture is shown is through theaters. That's enough talk about agriculture though. But the importance of ancient Greece is that it's the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and really the science and mathematics of the modern world. Ancient Greek has influenced other societies and from the modern world and from their time because of the democracy. They were the first ones to really even think about democracy. So that also was very influenced through other societies around them at their time. They also really influenced the idea of critical thinking. Now, it's crazy to think that that wasn't really something well known, but that is something we now use a lot in the modern world. They also very influenced societies in the modern world in their time with their math and science. They had a lot of math and science contributions, and they knew a lot more than a lot of people in their time. Well, just to recap everything I just said, ancient Greece affects the modern world through its influence in math and mathematics and really the art and the theater of it. It has very influenced us in multiple ways, and it is very important for not only its time, but also for the modern world. Now, thank you so much for sitting here and listening through my 7-minute talk. My credits are Google, Art and Culture, google.com, and artsy.net.